Hello, good morning. Saturday here in Winnipeg. My name is Abiodun Wake. Today is the day number 4. I'm sharing with you again my experience here in Canada in job search. I'm the founder of Serial Project Services, and I help experienced professionals with coaching and training, on how to get a job in their profession soon. Well, as it is, I'm talking today about my first interview experience here in Canada, and that was at Nexen Inc. Um, I think that's 2012. I messed up some of the dates of this event yesterday. But 2012 actually was my first interview in Canada when I left for Nigeria 2011. Well, I got this interview opportunity to apply to the role, to fill the role of a contract administrator. That's an oil and gas opportunity. So I thought, okay, well, I got this, because I have experience in oil and gas and as a contract administrator, contract specialist for over 5 years, 6 years, or about. So basically, at the interview, they asked me about what do I think, what do I think is different, about my experience here in Canada, and then what sticks out, So basically, I thought I saw a lot of vehicles that are dirty, like with mud all over and stuff like that. I was wondering why don't they clean that up? Well, in hindsight, I actually thought that, that was judgmental in a way, So regardless of all the good stuff that I got, because all the other interview activity actually went well, but then there was this um, perception that I was judgmental. I was thinking about that in hindsight. There could have been some other reasons why I didn't get any feedback in 6 months. I followed up. I did all I could. Because the one thing I realized is that particular role reports to another role that is vacant, and I thought, okay, maybe that's the reason that they haven't filled the role that I'm supposed to report to. So, well, I got another interview 6 months later with Nexen Inc., and it was supposed to be on the phone. And I'm like, okay, well, this is gonna be on the phone. What's going on? And well, I did the interview. Long story short, it didn't work out. I never got that job. But you know what? This brings me to something that I think a lot of the new job seekers in Canada might be experiencing, which is the cultural barriers, which to a large extent, it might not be something that we particularly focus on when we're preparing for interviews. But I tell you what, it's really a lot of time is a deal breaker, because you have this situation with one of them being the accent issue, because people cannot hear you over your accent. It becomes difficult for them to be able to hear you, and the would think that okay, that will be the same experience with our customers or clients that you're going to be dealing with. So it's usually a deal breaker, when it comes to accent. Your accent is not a problem. It's just that um, you need to be able to speak clearly so that they can hear you. I think the second one has to do with the body language. We come from a different culture. So usually with the body language, there's some body language that is expected here, something like, okay, maybe having a straight posture, smile, which is very critical, or looking directly into the eyes of those people you are chatting with or in a networking or in an interview situation. They want you to look directly into their eyes, because if you don't do that, then it means that they probably can't trust you. And then if you are not gesturing, like I'm doing right now, it could be that you're not passionate about the topic you're discussing. So these are a lot of barriers, or a lot of, I would say, criteria that falls under the interpersonal communication, people skills, soft skills. Usually, those are one liner or two liners in the job descriptions. But interestingly, these are the criteria that has the most effect. So those are what they call the vital views, really, in job interviews. These are the ones that have the most effect. The ones that determines if you're going to be hired or not. In an interview. So I think the other one that I like to talk about is the issue of the diversity. Canada is an environment where there's multicultural environment. It's diverse, different cultures and all that. So when you come from a different cultural background, we could say some things, that might sound sexist or might sound like, oh, this person is judgmental, especially with our proverbs. If you use some proverbs here in Canada, it could be perceived to be sexist. And if you happen, which I think this is something that one of my clients experienced, if you happen to have somebody who you're going to report to being, it could be any of the stakeholders, being a lady, and you say something that sounds sexist, well, you might not get that job because this is an issue of your cultural fitness with that organization. So these are critical things, even though it might not sound like it is, but during your interviews, all of these things are going to be, factored in determining that if you are a fit for that role. So what I would suggest is this: you need to work on your accent for sure. Basically, you want to be heard clearly. That's the most important part of it. If you need some help, you get help. Currently, actually, we have communication strategies that we're working with. Gloria Pierre, who is going to be here in Winnipeg. I think that will be in June, the first week, second week of June. Sorry. Then the other situation is that you probably want to mind some of these things that you say that might sound judgmental, and then also, of course, your body language, which is the simplest one, is smile. I mean, you don't have to frown every time, because if you frown, it sends a message that you're not somebody who is friendly. I mean, going to an interview and not having a smile on your face, well, maybe you don't like to be in that particular environment. You know. So these are some of the things you have to watch out for. Your posture needs to be a straight posture. You need to maintain a direct eye contact, because you want to be perceived as somebody who can be trusted. That's what it is here in this environment. So that's it for today. Those are the cultural barriers you might experience here in Canada. Well, what can you do about it? I see a lot of people complain, say that I'm not saying there are no discrimination. Clearly, there is discrimination. Uh, Take for example the work experience in labor laws that I've seen here in Canada says that you shouldn't be discriminated based on work experience, the years of work experience. But it does happen. So, but the thing is this. You can only do so much, to help yourself in this situation based on those suggestions that I've made. Work on those things and forget about the rest. Just focus on those important things that you can work on, and I'm sure that you will see some difference in your job search. So that's it for today. If you think this is valuable, please make a comment. Please share with your friends, colleagues here in Canada who are job searching. You could also also provide some feedback as to the type of content I'm sharing. If you do have questions or you would like me to share about my own experience and some other things, just please do so, and I would appreciate that. So you have yourself a wonderful weekend with families. Have fun, and hope you have a great weekend. Thanks, and bye for now.